Now we will discuss about the another innovative methods of teaching and what kind of trends are in fashion for curriculum planning. So, the first is brainstorming method. We have studied about the project based method, we have studied about the mind mapping method, we have studied about the brainstorming method. Now we will discuss about the brainstorming method. Brainstorming is a large or small group activity that encourages students to focus on a topic and contribute to the free flow of ideas. That is, topic is presented in the classroom and the student is free to give the answer on the particular topic. So, students focus on a topic and they give their ideas. The teacher may start a brainstorming session by posing a question or a problem or by introducing a topic. Students then express possible answers, relevant words and ideas. What is the way of start of this method? The teacher present a question to the students that is related to previous knowledge of the students, and students try to give the answer of that particular question, and the students are free to give the ideas and to give the kind of expression that what the question demands. So, lot of ideas are there and the teacher try to conclude or to summarize these ideas, then start the lesson. So, this is with the help of the learner's knowledge, the lesson is started. See this picture, there are a kind of idea, plan, action, collaborate, and ideas are here, and objects are also there, lot of questions are here and the students trying to reply. Sometimes it is no doubt that it is a good in the sense that it provides a kind of situation to the learner to reply in better way and to connect the past knowledge with the present knowledge. But sometimes there is disadvantages of brainstorming method that is terrible for introverts. Those who don't like to speak before all and those who don't like to speak too much, they remain silent. So it becomes a problem for introverts. Groupthink and social anxiety increases. Say for example, all are giving reply all together, that is also wrong as a technical procedure of teaching, and social anxiety that the teacher asks to X students could not ask to the Y students. So, the group that all are wanted to involve, they always remain in a pressure that what is the correct answer and why it was not asked to me. So, a lot of anxiety may be here among the students. Time pressure is not conducive to great ideas, and say for example the good ideas are there and time pressure is not conducive, that is lack of time, due to paucity of time it becomes impossible and it seems not possible to include all the responses that receives from the students. The next method is demonstration method. Demonstrations often occur when students have a hard time connecting theories to actual practice or when students are unable to understand application of theories. Demonstration method is also considered as an innovative method of teaching because the theories that are having a kind of vague components are explained with the help of practical, with the help of experimentation. So, demonstration method is useful in the sense that it shows what the theory says. Demonstration involves showing by reason or proof, explaining or making clear by use of examples or experiments. Put more simple, demonstration means to clearly show. So, the demonstration show what the theory perform, and when we see everything through eyes, we become satisfied that yes, theory can perform well if the situations are conducive and the situation are as per their theory demands. The advantages of this demonstration method is that the learner is observing the real situation in the classroom and sense organs are also involved, and in demonstration process, in demonstration method, the teacher can ask and can observe that what kind of responses are there, and students are wholeheartedly involved in the demonstration. So, it is useful in the sense that there is learners participation more, and they are more active and they are curious to know that what will happen next. So, this kind of demonstration always helps to develop the cognitive abilities of the students and to give the answer with logic, and to understand why it is going to happen, and explanation is more easy when the demonstration is done with the help of evidences. So, it is really a good kind of knowledge that this method provides to the students. But certain kind of disadvantages are also here. Say for example, see this demonstration, a teacher is showing to the rural people that how this machine works, and one person is also touching and trying to play and trying to interact with the machine. It is a teaching method that allows students to see the teacher actively engaged as a learner and a model rather than merely telling them what they need to know. So, in this method, the real picture is there, the machine is working, and learners are involved and curious to know the working process of the machine. Advantages of demonstration method. What are the advantages? It helps in involving various senses to make learning permanent. Though teacher behavior is autocratic, he invites the cooperation of pupils in teaching learning process. Teacher behavior is autocratic, he invites the cooperation of pupils in teaching learning process. So, not the autocratic way, but he is a democratic and a mentor and a guide. So, he invites and he always try to involve the students also through cooperative learning. It develops interest in the learners and motivates them for their active participation. It helps in achieving psychomotor objectives, that is a kind of interest, good feelings, and a kind of good appreciation from the side of the learner to after checking this demonstration. So, the emotional aspect is also developed with the help of demonstration. Any simple or complex skill becomes easy to understand. Say for example, verbally you are saying to someone that when you will do this work, you will have this kind of skill. So, this is verbal mode of teaching. But when students are doing anything through demonstration and they are in actual situation, they are trying to understand what is going on here, definitely it has the positive impact on the brains of the students. Disadvantages of demonstration method. It can be used only for skilled subjects. those subjects that need demonstration can only be taught with the help of this process, this innovative method. So, only theoretical subject that needs experimentation can teach through this method. Other subjects that are having theoretical concepts cannot show the demonstrations, they are being neglected. Only the attention of the learner is invited towards the activity demonstrated. They are not free to discuss about it. The activity is shown to the students, but they are not free to give the ideas, they are not free to give the certain kind of exchange of communication. So, these are not possible in demonstration, only the experimental setup is there and it is shown uh, and it is observed by the students what is going on through this demonstration. So, not possible to give the space of the ideas of the learner. Due to poor economic conditions of the government schools, there is scarcity of audio-visual aids and equipment, and the teachers are not so creative to produce handmade models for demonstration. Because in our schools there is financial crunch, there are lack of money, and we are not able to provide good apparatus to the schools so that we can perform the demonstration. So, this kind of conditions also not allow a teacher to perform the demonstration for theoretical concepts. And teachers are not skilled in that way that they can develop the machine. This is only the engineers that can develop the machine, and developing any kind of demonstration that also needs skillful teachers. So, we provide the training of the teachers in that way that they become the master of the pedagogical practices, but we never try to develop any kind of machine in teachers training institutions. That is the responsibility of engineers. So, lack of machines, lack of money, lack of skillful teachers, these all create a lot of hindrances in demonstration method to make it successful. And there is a general lack of sincerity and diligence among teachers who wish to complete the syllabus or syllabi at the earliest without putting sincere efforts. Sorry to say these, that because the teacher is confined to perform the other duties of the school also. So, he remains overloaded. How possible to develop machine, how possible to demonstrate it before entering the classroom, and how possible to know that how will be involved, how will be able to learn the concepts through this demonstration method. So, these all kind of objective uh, observation and all kind of obstacles also create a lot of questions for a teacher. And as I told you that the session, academic session starts from the July, ends to March. So, these few months, within these few months a teacher has to complete the syllabus also. So, for every topic to show something, for every topic to demonstrate something is not possible. So, these demonstration method no doubt is a good method, feasible in the classroom. If the students are 35 to 40, one demonstration can be performed there and all students can observe this. But the thing is that all the requirements, if these are not fulfilled by the school, so teachers become handicapped how to show these all demonstrations. Now the next innovative method is problem solving method. In a problem solving method, children learn by working on problems. Problem is giving to the students and they try to solve this problem. This enables the students to learn new knowledge by facing the problems to be solved, and the students are expected to observe, understand, analyze, interpret, find solutions and perform applications that lead to a holistic understanding of the concepts. This method develops scientific process skills. No doubt, this problem solving method is related to searching the problem and searching the answer of that particular problem. So, it is very systematic and all the research process is there. We can develop research attitude, research insight among the students, and selecting the problem, consulting the sources, collecting the data, analyzing the data, interpreting the data, and then making or reaching at a particular conclusion. So, it is a very systematic and scientific process, no doubt, and this also develops research skills, scientific attitude among the learner. Problem solving is a process, an ongoing activity in which we take what we know to discover what we do not know. It involves overcoming obstacles by generating hypotheses, testing those predictions and arriving at satisfactory conclusion. So, this is the problem solving loop that I have shown through these all. See, the first is identify the problem. The first step of this process is to identify the problem. Second is explore information and create ideas. Third is select the best idea. Fourth is test the ideas. Next is evaluate the ideas. Evaluate that just to find out the reliability of the this results. So, evaluate it how far it is true or there is need to improve any kind of step. So, this is related to the problem solving loop or a problem solving method. What are the advantages? Advantages is greater output, cross fertilization, because the ideas are coming in the brain of the students. So, we can produce new ideas with the help of collecting the different ideas from the students. Reduced bias, increased risk taking, higher commitment, improved communication, better solutions. What are the disadvantages of this method? Competition, conformity, lack of objective direction, time constraints. Next one is discussion method. Discussion methods are a variety of forums for open-ended collaborative exchange of ideas among a teacher and students or among students for the purpose of furthering students' thinking. Learning, problem solving, understanding or literary appreciation. So, discussion method is a kind of method where the students are sitting around a table, teacher is also there, and on any topic the students are discussing that what is the real sense of that particular concept. So, the participants present multiple points of view, respond to the ideas of others and reflect on their own ideas in an effort to build their knowledge, understanding or interpretation of the matter at hand. A discussion method is the means by which people share experiences, ideas and attitudes. See, this picture is showing the discussion method. A teacher is here, students are discussing by consulting the books, by consulting the notes, and they are trying to reach at a particular point or at a conclusion for a particular problem. So, a discussion method is the method where the exchange of ideas are there, communication is also there. If the student is unable to reply in proper way, a teacher has to modify or improve the statements, and definitely it helps to develop the insight of the students. It helps to develop the thoughtful process among the students, and it also helpful for the cooperative kind of learning that we are trying to understand others' ideas also. So, it is beneficial in the sense that it is a group activity, and how to behave in a group, how to speak in a group, how to appreciate the others, how to improve the others. So, these kind of all skills developed through this process. So, these are the advantages of discussion method. One is thinking and communication power, leadership quality, expression ability, problem solving ability, creativity, motivation and confidence. What are the disadvantages? There is a chance that only few students may dominate the whole discussion. It may possible. So, it depends on the teacher that how to make the discussion in a group. He may take the reply from the other students by keeping those who are dominating silent, and it is possible that discussion is initiated on those aspects of the problem with which few prominent students of the class are concerned, and it is time consuming, no doubt. Every discussion takes time, not adaptable to all teaching learning situation. Few topics are never demand the discussion, so it is not suitable for all the topics of the syllabus. If it is not properly guided, a discussion can degenerate into a consideration of inappropriate topics, adding confusion rather than clarification to the lesson. Next method is cooperative method of teaching. Cooperative learning is an educational approach which aims to organize classroom activities into academic and social learning experiences. There is much more to cooperative learning than merely arranging students into groups, and it has been described as structuring positive interdependence. So, the groups are organized considering the number of the students. In 4 or 5 groups, the students are divided, and they have to discuss among the group. Then after discussion, they come to the classroom. All are presenting the ideas, others are asking the questions, and in that way the teaching learning process is forwarding. Cooperative learning is a teaching method where students of mixed levels of ability are arranged into groups and rewarded according to the group's success rather than the success of an individual member. So, the group activity, it is group activity rather than the individual activity, and the groups are discussing and they are presenting this for the whole class. Advantages of cooperative learning: face-to-face interaction, positive interdependence, individual accountability, group processing, collaborative skills. So, thank you very much, and I do hope that you have understood that today we have discussed about the innovative way of teaching, innovative methods of teaching, and in this method we have studied about the different methods, that is project method, mind mapping method, discussion method, and cooperative learning and demonstration methods, and we have discussed many more for these to understand the trends in curriculum planning, what are the advantages of these methods and what are the disadvantages of these methods. So, I do hope that you have enjoyed this learning. Thank you very much.